Over all my time playing online games, and believe me, I've played a lot of online games, you might see the WoW stuff around in the background, there's always been a varying amount of scorn and stigma attached to the concept of carrying. It didn't matter if you were getting carried or if you were the one doing the carrying, and there are a few questions I'd like to ask. First, what's a good definition of carrying? Second, does carrying help or harm the community? Third, is carrying becoming more prevalent? And fourth, why does someone want to carry? And can the devs stop it if they don't want that behavior to occur? My name is Nim, or Nimicry if you're feeling professional. Welcome to the video. Now let's explore carry culture. First off, I want to say I'm no stranger to carrying, as I used to do it back in Warlords of Draenor, Hellfire Citadel specifically. Now I was on a team that sold heroic and mythic clears. The guild bank made money, and me as a player, I did alright. Our biggest sale though, for that, was Mythic Gorefiend, because after you got a couple of Mythic Gorefiend kills, you could get the skip, and you never had to do the lower section again. And once we got that down, we sold it and sold it and sold it. I like I said, I did alright. So, that was my experience with carrying, but what would be good would be a universal definition, at least for the context of video games. I looked up a couple of examples, didn't find anything that really worked, so I had to craft my own. Now, keep in mind, this isn't a video game context, so if you're going to be pedantic down in the comments, I can't stop you. It's YouTube. People are like that. So carrying, in a video game context, is the act of taking someone through content they are not able to complete under their own power, either solo or in a group. Now, that's the best definition I can come up with, and if you do have a better one, drop it in the comment. So, second, does carrying harm or help the community? Now, in general, I think carrying helps the community. It allows for players to help each other out, be it for free and out of the kindness of their own hearts, or for some manner of profit. The person being carried in return completes a task or achievement. Often, it only needs to be done once, since most achievements have a single completion flag, as opposed to multiple clears needing to be done. And of course, if the activity that person is being carried through has a loot component, it can lead to multiple carries. As a bonus, the person being carried can see a better way to run said content via strategy and can teach others. Now, I know I'm painting a rosy picture, and of course, this is the internet. This is specifically a WoW video. So there are going to be people being like, but Nim, talk about the bad stuff. There's got to be bad stuff. All right. Bad stuff. Bad stuff, not for a second. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't address the possibility of how carrying can lead people being able to misrepresent their level of skill, and how done in mass can lead to a breakdown of pugging. But that seems like a small chance. Or, to put it more plainly, odds are the person who might have been carried to complete the content that you invited to the group is not the reason your group is failing the content. It is, after all, a team effort. Keep that in mind before you start gatekeeping people from trying to complete things and enjoy the content. Back to our video. Third, is carrying becoming more prevalent? That's a hard question to answer, as it often comes down to, it depends. Right now, are there more people carrying than at the peak of subs in Wrath? Now, for those who don't know, Wrath of the Lich King peaked at 12.1 million subs, the highest they had ever seen in World of Warcraft. So, statistically, no. Less players overall means that less players are both carrying and requested to be carried. The counter-argument to that point is that as World of Warcraft gets older, it adds more systems, mechanics, and overall raises the floor of difficulty on group content. This increase in difficulty can leave formerly decent to good players behind, unless, of course, they have the desire to improve. On the subject of improving, World of Warcraft could do quite a bit better on teaching players how to fix their mistakes, optimize their rotations, attack better. In fact, I have a couple of ideas on that. Later, we'll do a video on it. But honestly, I feel like they could do a lot better. Farming that out to logs, third-party websites, and add-ons seems kind of lazy and ultimately counterintuitive and unhealthy to the game. Fourth, why does someone want to carry, and can the devs stop the carrying process if they don't like it? Now, the reasons for people wanting to be carried through content are varied and numerous, and to list them all out is kind of an exercise in futility, albeit it would make the video longer, so... ding? No, we're not going to do that. But in my experience, it is due to time constraints on reward, or people trying to get on the power curve at the beginning of the expansion. So I do like AOTC, Cutting Edge, things like that, where these mounts are limited time, or if you came back and you're like, man, I just need to get some gear, or so I can get my chest or my vault, and then I'll be guaranteed to get some gear, and then I can get on the curve and actually play with my friends without dragging them down. Because very few people want to drag down their friends, especially if they feel like, man, I'm the reason they're not doing this successful. If you remember earlier in the video, it is a team effort. One player very rarely does happen. One player very rarely is the reason for a group failing. All right, so more importantly, can the devs stop carrying if they don't like it? Yes, 100%, absolute. Look at me in my face. Yes, it could absolutely happen. They could make groups lock in some way that prevents bringing people in. They could lower the currency cap to disincentivize selling carries. And there are a multitude of other ways they could stop it, depending on what the devs would decide to do. Now, before we get all pitchforky, let's remember, I don't believe they're gonna stop carries for several reasons. The first is that it harms the community by adding artificial barriers to people grouping together. They want more people playing together because odds are you're likely to stay subscribed if you're playing with friends. Pugs have the highest dropout rate in the game. The second is because gold is used for carries, officially. Now, there are some shady people who do real money transactions. I do not recommend nor endorse that, because you're gonna lose your character. They're gonna find you, you're gonna lose your character. Doesn't matter if you're a big streamer, small streamer, no content creator, you're gonna lose your character. Don't do RMT. Don't do real money trading. But with carries, which are allowed by Blizzard and TOS, you can buy said carries via the WoW token, and that is a net profit for Blizzard. We must remember that a sub is $15 a month, and a token is $20. So if they buy a token and you trade it to another player, they made a decent chunk of change there for just adding a bit of gold into the economy. And the third reason that it would take a rework of systems, and that takes time. A lot of time. Time which could be used to create content, or fix bugs, or maybe even balance specs. Now, I know, hold your laughter. Balancing specs, I get it. There's not gonna happen. But we can dream. Dream a little dream for me. Alright, folks. Well, that was my take on carry culture. Did I miss anything important? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you like the video, leave a like. For the epic among you, there's always subscribing. And of course, I stream on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link will be in the down there part. So guys, take care, enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.